language. Whereas breakbeats have been the missing link between the diasporic community to its drum-woven past. Whereas the quantized drum has allowed the whirling mathematicians to calculate the ever-changing distance between rock and stardom. Whereas the velocity of the spinning vinyl cross-faded spun backwards and re-released at the same given moment of recorded history, a different moment in time's continuum has allowed history to catch up with the present. We do hereby declare reality unkempt by the changing standards of dialogue. Statements such as keep it real, especially when punctuating or anticipating modes of violence, inflicted psychologically or physically, or depicting an unchanging rule of events will henceforth be seen as retroactive and not representative of the individual determined. Furthermore, as determined by the collective consciousness of this state of being and the lessened distance between thought patterns and their secular manifestations, their role as listening receptacles is to be increased by the number of no less than 70% of the current enlisted as vocal aggressors. Motherfuckers better realize now is the time to self-actualize. We have found evidence that hip-hop standard 85 RPM when increased by a number of it half the rate of the standard or decreased at 3/4 of its speed may be determining factor in heightening consciousness. Studies show that a given norm is changed in the face of enough change in the remaining contradictions will parallel the truth.